Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Mool Mantar, the first of 38 verses of the Japji Sahib. 550 years ago, in the age of spiritual darkness, a divine light was born in the form of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who brought one of the most powerful spiritual messages for all of mankind, the Japji Sahib, which forms the opening scriptures within our eternal living Guru, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. No words can do justice in fully understanding and explaining this jewel of divine wisdom that goes to the depths of this infinite ocean of life. However, my wish is that this simple explanation of one of the first and most important compositions, the Mool Mantar, can help guide and steer us to the path of self-realization by transforming our conditioned minds to align with oneness, that ultimately allows us to recognize our true essence and connection with all that is, aaukhadh. Mool Mantar's relevance to humanity. Why is it called Mool Mantar? Mool means root, which can be translated to being the foundation of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Mantar is focusing the mind on the recitation of this divine message. The words in the Mool Mantar are the definition of the root of the universe. It's the root definition of us and not an external God figure. To further understand the Mool Mantar, we have to understand ek. Aaukhadh, there is but one, the Almighty Infinite, Supreme Creator of all. Ek means the number one. Guru Nanak used the numerical figure 1 to assure that the meaning of ek wasn't lost and that it only referred to the non-dual reality of existence, that everything is oneness. Non-duality means there is no separation, as the oneness is everyone and everything equally. It is the conditioned mind that creates the illusion of us being separate, which creates suffering. When we surrender to hukam, the divine order, this removes the perception of the apparent suffering of the separate self. Aaukhadh, the infinite supreme consciousness, that without shape or form, and is beyond both space and time. It is the universal law that is permeating and pervading in all that is, and which gives life and light to all of its creation and beyond. It is the creator, sustainer, and destroyer of Maya, the illusion. It is also this attachment to Maya which becomes the obstacle to recognizing our true self, and thus becoming at one with existence, our ultimate purpose of this human life. Sat Nam, the absolute, unchanging, universal truth. Its name is existence itself. Sat means truth, that which is eternally true. It's permanent and unchanging, unlike the temporary nature of Maya, which is always changing and transitory. If we believe Maya to be permanent in nature, for example, identifying with our thoughts to be something real and permanent, or even wishing that our bodies remain the same throughout life, this can cause suffering when we begin to deteriorate physically. Nam translates as name and can be translated to the name of oneness. In Sikhi, we normally use Satnam, waheguru, or Har as a reference to oneness. It's everything that exists and everything that doesn't exist. It's Sargun and Nirgun, with and without attributes and qualities. It is indescribable. Its permanence is its name. It is the essence of our true self. Our purpose of this life is to recognize Nam, the divine light within us. Nam is what humanity is seeking. Nam is the absence of the me or I that creates all problems in life. Karta Purakh, the creator and its continuous creation of all life form. Oneness, the creative force, is the only doer which manifests form and resides within its creation. When we realize that we are not the doer of our actions, then we can let go of blame, shame, guilt, anger, and pride by understanding that it's all happening according to the one and only doer, the all-knowing, all-powerful, conscious entity. Nirabho, without fear. Oneness knows no fear, because it is everything. There is no unknown to it. With the realization of oneness and hukam, we can also let go of any fear. As ultimately, fear arises from a thought that is based in the future. As long as we are in duality, there will always be an element of fear. When we are living in the present moment, we can transcend fear. Niravad, without hate, without enemy. The oneness has no enemy, as there is no other for it to hate. It is pure, unconditional love. With the understanding that everything is the Creator's doing, this removes the notion that there is another that did something to us, someone to blame, to be jealous of, to be angry with, and to hate. Hate depends upon a past thought. If one is truly living in the present moment, then there is no hate or enemies that exist for us. Akal Murad, the unchanging, indestructible, formless, which is not subject to time or death. The oneness does not change from one state to another, nor is it bound by the concept of time. It is permanent and timeless, unlike our conditioned minds, which are in psychological time. We live our lives bound by time and change. However, this is all an illusion, as there is only this one unchanging, eternal moment. Ajuni Se Bang, that which is beyond the cycles of birth and death. It is self-existent and self-illuminating. The oneness transcends mortality. It does not come into the play of birth and death. Because we are identified with our mind and body, we feel like we exist in a linear timeline and a story of being born and eventually dying, whereas who we really are has never been born and has never died. The oneness is its own creation, its own conscious energy source, and does not depend on any other thing for its sustenance. The life force in all creation is sustained by the radiance of this light source. Gur Prasad, the wisdom of Nam realized by the grace of the true Guru. Oneness has to grace itself because there is no other to perform the grace, as the ego is an illusory construct. Awareness of oneness is only known through the blessing of Guru's grace. The Guru is the wisdom of the oneness in the form of the Shabad. By listening, singing, and meditating on the Shabad, the Guru graces us with the understanding of Gurbani, and our true essence, the inner light, Nam, is unveiled. Jap, to recite and meditate on the Shabad in our mind and heart with such loving devotion and dedication, so that we may immerse ourselves with the Guru's knowledge in order to follow this path with the continuous remembrance and connection to oneness. Aaukhadh Sach, that which was true in the primal beginning. Jugad Sach, that which was true throughout the ages. Happy Sach, that which is true here and now. Nanak, Hosi Bi Sach. O Nanak, the truth shall prevail forever. Guru Nanak Ji completes the Mool Mantar by reminding us that the eternal oneness embodies the truth in this present moment, just as it did before time began, and will forever continue to be. As ultimately, the truth of oneness is all that there really is.